All right, guys. Nick Garrely here, My Florida Green. We're here with Brandy Roberts and Max Strong. Say
Hello.
This is a brandy sandwich, by the way. So, very concerning news that we want to discuss with this video, and we've been discussing it all day here in the office. And Governor Scott signed a bill that's going into effect July 1st that's going to directly affect pain management physicians as well as pain management patients or chronic pain patients. So, Brandy, tell us a little bit about the concerns that we were just talking about.
Well, from what I'm reading is that you are only going to be able to get these prescriptions filled if you have acute pain, which is...
What is acute pain?
According to them, it's cancer, terminal illness, palliative care, or a traumatic injury where your pain level is between a 9 or greater. And chronic pain is not really on the list, but that's a gray area. So we don't know if you're going to be able to get prescriptions if it's just chronic pain.
Well, I'll tell you, being a medical marijuana certification center, I'm very familiar with gray areas because the rules and regulations that continually or slowly unfold are pretty slim to none. So, but I would imagine being prescriptions and being opioids and pills with side effects that they're going to put these rules and regulations in pretty quickly. What do you think, Mac?
Yeah, it's going to happen fast. It is happening fast, and from the patient's perspective, it's scary.
Mm-hmm.
This is a lot of chaos to throw into a lot of really already chaotic lives of people with PTSD and all the pain issues that we see all the time.
Well, these are people in pain too. I mean, they're not
Well, yeah, and they're going to limit the amount that they can get.
Right. So good in some ways. The epidemic, of course, is happening. Overdoses are happening on a horrific scale. So maybe some benefits there, but there's a lot of really freaked out people out there right now that I imagine, and it's a lot of chaos.
So here's how I see it. You have a path, right? As a patient, whether you're a pain patient, a PTSD patient, fibromyalgia, whatever your condition is, not to discredit any of them, you have a path that you're on right now, and you're going to have to split. You're going to have to choose left or right. And what's unfortunate, and the reason why we're in the worst heroin epidemic in history is because we're in an opioid epidemic. And when the patient runs out of opioids, they go to heroin. The $10 bag of heroin doesn't seem like a bad idea. And it's really sad, but that's the black market is actually, in my opinion, going to increase unless you take a right. And, that's what we're here for. Yeah. I mean, medical marijuana is an alternative, and it's a very effective alternative. We've seen it firsthand, and it's been phenomenal to be a part of that journey. But it's up to you to make that decision, because if you're going to continue on the same path, you're coming up to a fork, and it's up to you to make that decision if you're going to go left or if you're going to go right.
I think it's an easy decision.
It's an easy decision because one is not going to end well, unfortunately.
Yeah.
The death toll of heroin and opioids are staggering and disgusting, and they're suppressed data too. I mean, we're at 175 deaths a day right now.
Well, and now they're talking about these prescriptions that you are going to be able to get, that you have to have a prescription for an antagonist to go along with it. So that would be Narcan. So just in case you overdose, you have this prescription for that. That's horrible.
Yeah,
that's so sad.
That's another concern. I mean, I would love to be the manufacturer of Narcan right now, right? Because so they're basically implementing a rule that if you're going to have a pill or a prescription for one of these drugs, then you have to have Narcan on hand to rescue you in case you overdose.
Right.
Where is this going, right?
Yeah, it's a lot of confusion. It's a lot of chaos. I mean, it's very strange.
And the guidelines haven't been put in place yet, so we have no idea how this is going to turn out. It could be that chronic pain patients that just have pain may not be able to get anything at all.
Yeah, and there's a lot of pain management clinics that are shutting down and that are going to be extremely restricted as well. I tell you what, I certainly wouldn't want to be in the pain management business right now.
Yeah, it's a scary place to be right now. And you guys have kind of brought it on yourself. So you're reaping and sowing right now.
There'll be a lot of blood on your hands.
Yeah, the doctors you're talking about.
Yeah, not the patients.
Yeah.
Not the patients. But if you're on opiates and you're in this really freaked out place, but you think cannabis and marijuana are not legitimate medicines, you gotta do your research. You gotta reframe this whole thing. It's not about hippies and bongs and any of that. It's about prescription grade, pharmaceutical grade products that really get results. And you gotta come talk to us.
We're here
I'll
for
make
you.
a direct pitch there.
Yeah.
It's just there is such a stark fork in the road right now.
You're on that path, and you're either going to go left, you're going to go right. And we have clinics all over the marijuana certification centers all over the state. We have our headquarters right here in Naples. Anyone in Southwest Florida that wants medical marijuana certification knows to come to My Florida Green. That's inevitable. But we have a clinic or a certification center in Sarasota, one in St. Pete that's just on fire. We have one in Palm Bay, Brevard County, and one in Davie. We're opening up in Orlando. We're going to do one in West Palm Beach. We're not all about grabbing people in mass volume just to have a big group of patients. We're about establishing relationships with these patients, because I'll tell you what, that 7-month mandatory appointment by the state where the patients come in is just really fun to be a part of that too,
Yeah,
because they're
it's so
smiling.
nice to see how happy
They're
they
smiling,
are.
and it's not because
Yeah.
they're high, maybe some of them, but they're smiling when they come in, and they're very happy, and they've healed themselves naturally.
works.
So
They're out
really
of pain.
works.
They're in balance. The harmonic balance is happening. The homeostasis is happening.
Yep.
The endocannabinoid system is working.
Yep.
You
The
got to
heel
get
is
hip on
real.
this stuff. The
Yeah.
heel is real.
yeah, the heel is real. I like
Yeah,
that. All
it's
right,
really
good. Well, we're here for you guys. MyFloridaGreen.com. Click on the website, click on Get Started, and let's do this. All right, the road is in front of you. Take a left or right, guys. Take care.